Now we're adding something new to the list here this year. As for those that don't know, the Nissan Z will be added to the GT4 America Series, and Nissan will be
Yes.
competing. Mike, you actually
Yes.
did some research on this. Tell them about it.
Yes, man, I was so excited to see this, and honestly, it was funny. It actually the news was released the day after our most recent episode, so we've been having to sit on this to talk about it for the last 2 weeks now. So, yes, I'll share my screen on this. This is the article from GT4America.com. Nissan's new GT4 spec car will compete in the GT4 Series America. Um, Now the GT4 Spec Z, we've actually talked about. It debuted at the SEMA convention here this last November. At that time, it was not official whether or not the car would compete in any series at that time. But now it has been announced that Nissan, we are going racing, and we're going to be seeing this car at local tracks in competition. So super excited about this. The team that is racing this car, it is not a direct Nissan team. However, it is a Nissan sponsored team, you could say. The team is called Tech Sport Racing. They're out of Virginia. The team is no stranger to the America Series. They previously were racing the 370Z in the TC America class. Now they're just moving on to a bigger, better Z, and they do have full support of the Nissan factory, amongst others as well. We'll get into that here in a second too. They are the first customer team to run the new Z in GT4 in the U.S. And the Z will be competing against 30 other spec cars in its class in competition. In terms of sponsorship, our friends Z1 Motorsports, they're going to be supporting the Tech Sport Racing Z during its 2023 campaign. So we've got some friends, of course, uh, giving this car as much support so that they can see more and more podiums for this series. I'm really excited about this though. Again, the car's got 450 horses, backed with a 6-speed transmission. It's a very exciting time. I cannot forget this either, Miles. I know, I remember we talked about this offline. Of course, every car's got to have a driver, right? Well, I'll be honest, I didn't say how many of the GT4 cars, though. However, one of the drivers that will be driving the spec GT4Z will be none other than our friend Brian Heidcotter. Again,
Yeah,
we've been hanging out with him a number of times. Miles, you want to say anything?
yeah. Brian, Brian is a legend within the GT Academy. Obviously, he was the winner of um, the first U.S. GT Academy, and he went on to have some really good fame with a lot of the GT spec cars, the GTR, and then of course.
GTR, yeah.
Yeah, with the GTR, and then numerous other teams as well. And currently, right now, he's on with Forsberg Racing, and he's just killing it. And not to mention countless wins with in the virtual racing sim world. We always love Brian. I always love running into him. Nicest guy I think I could ever could ever hope to kind of just hang out with
Yes.
and discuss racing in general with him. But I always love to see him and try to catch him whenever we're around a ZCon or whenever they're passing through Coda. Yeah, I'm super proud of him, and I sent him a congratulations
Yeah.
and and a few other things, and we just kind of we talked for a little bit about it. But I'm super stoked for him.
Yes.
Honestly, Brian is a beast in the seat, so I cannot see him not kicking tail with this
Yeah.
upcoming season, and I can assure everyone that he's going to give 110%, and
I,
he's going to leave it all out on that field. And he's a hell of a driver, and
I,
I really think the season's going to be great. So
Absolutely, man. Same here. Just know having remembered the finishes, the podium finishes that he's had with the GTR. I want to say at some point he set some record for Nissan
Oh, he
as a
set so
driver.
many records, and then what I love to watch him race is when he's his best. I mean, he'll take the field and he'll lead a lot of times, but
Hmm.
I love to see him when he's like caught up by a mistake or put back in the pits on something and
Okay.
fight his way back up.
Yeah.
Man, that's some of the best racing I've ever witnessed is watching him kind of do that. And
Yeah.
he's just in his element and he's just tracing that red mist. It just you better watch out. He's out there killing it. So again, kudos to him. We're very proud of him, and we
Yes.
wish him all the success for
Best of
the
luck,
upcoming
man.
season. So yeah, we'll continue to report obviously on that
Yeah.
season as part of one of our
Before
series. Oh,
we wrap up with hold on one second here. It was a little spotty. You there?
oh yes, I am.
Wrap up with the GT4 series, though, you did mention Coda, which reminded me that there is a complete 2023 season schedule for the GT4 America class.
Mhm.
Circuit of the Americas is one of them, May 19th through the 21st. So, guess where we need to be, Miles, that weekend? That's where we're going to be. Now, other raceway, sorry, so let's just say this. We'll leave a link to the schedule in the show notes for those who are interested.
Sure.
However, the GT4 America Series starts March 30th at Sonoma Raceway. One, two, three, four, five, six. There are 7 other tracks here, including the NOLA Motorsports Park Circuit of the Americas, Virginia International Raceway, VIR, Road America, Sebring, and Indianapolis
Indeed.
Motor
Yeah.
Speedway. So, a good list of very notable tracks to be racing on. Last race is in October, so from March through October, we've got some coverage of the GT4 class, which we'll be doing, and of course,
Mhm.
rooting for Brian and all of this. So
Of course.
I'm
Yeah.
excited, dude. We've got a lot to cover this year, man. We've got what's that make it 5 different
Yeah.
series
It's
that
going
we're
to be a
covering?
heavy motorsports year this year. So as we
Yeah,
start to enroll, and we'll try to do it justice by reporting on it and give you all the information that we can, all the videos, all the YouTube links. We'll keep you updated. Just continue to follow, obviously the Facebook page and
hmm
in our Instagram account. We'll try to keep you updated with everything that's going on. A few
yes,
people did chime in here. Ion actually went back and said, "Hey, YouTube, you can check FIA Formula E." Out of that link that he has there. Thank you,
yeah.
Ion, for throwing that in there.
Thank you.
Haley threw in Stoke for the GT4 and Stoke for the drivers. I can't not agree. It's yeah, it's definitely going to be a stellar year this upcoming year. So, Haley said also a well earned seat. I would totally agree.
Agree.
Brian's definitely fought his way for everything he's ever earned. So yeah, if you ever see him around an event or ever see him at a Z convention, because he does a lot of PR for Nissan and for Forsberg Racing, definitely give him a pat on the back. Let him know thank you for supporting the brand, and just give him a shout out. He always appreciates those things, and he always takes a little bit of time to kiss babies and shake hands. So if you will, so very nice
uh,
guy.
Kiss hands and shake babies. Yes, got
His
it.
hands
Got
and
it.
check babies. Yeah, Ion also threw another link in here, GT4America.com for the calendar. It's right there
Ah,
in the comments. So yeah, if you want to have
thank
that
you,
for
Ion.
yourself and make your own notes, if that the GT4 circus is coming anywhere in your neck of the woods, you definitely want to mark your calendars. So
Yes.